Hey people, hope you guys are all having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to talk about Stop Killing Games, a movement that means really a lot to me. So I want to just sort of like cover it in a nutshell method and also explain to you how it might relate to you and also my personal experiences with it. I'm going to try and be quick with this so that you're not bored or anything like that, but yeah, if you're a fighting game player as well, I'm going to try and explain how it relates to you as well. So Stop Killing Game is a consumer movement started to challenge the legality of publishers destroying video games they have sold to customers. So that's basically using the digital marketplace for video games as like a sort of license where once you purchase a game, they can just basically remove your ability to download it without any repercussions. This has been going on since 2010. The earliest example I can remember of it was actually Scott Pilgrim versus the World. It's now back up on the marketplace, but back in the day, my Xbox was considered rare because it had a copy of this game on it, because you could no longer download it off the marketplace after they took it down. And a lot of people really enjoyed this game. It was a sort of arcade beat 'em up game. But other than that, though, the entire crux of the issue comes with this indie developer, Pirate Software. This sort of guy, he's the sort of guy who believes that he's smarter than he is, if you know what I mean. And that's a really unfortunate situation to be in. Basically, he's misconstrued the entire movement as this thing where like every game has to be turned into a single player offline experience, and saying that like balancing that is ridiculous. I'm gonna go over that topic in a little minute, but basically this is why the movement's lost a lot of traction, because his poor literacy of the situation and what Stop Killing Games is all about. Accursed Farms is the leader of the Stop Killing Games movement. He has a lot of videos basically dismantling all of the points Pirate Software has made. It's also a fun sort of let's play narration channel. I'm subscribed to him on my main channel for watching content. He covers a lot of games that I like, and I think you guys should all check him out. But if you're more interested in the Stop Killing Games topic, he might be someone that you want to look into, as he might be able to cover it in a better way than maybe even me. But yeah, so I was just going to go over like why this topic sort of relates to the FGC. As we all know, there's several games on like the Steam marketplace that are multiplayer fighting games with a very limited community, with not the best netcodes in the world. And basically, this sort of puts them in a position where they basically don't really exist. I'm not saying that all these games need like new netcodes to be perfect or anything like that, but basically taking games like Tekken 5 and Tekken DR and all these other games, there's tons of fighting games that we'll probably never be able to play again because they'll never have good netcode, and there's no way to play them, you know. Though this isn't really like the crux of the issue, you know what I mean. But this sort of topic is like what Stop Killing Games is all about, is like sort of making sure that when you buy a product that is always going to be serviceable, you know, that like they will maintain it, you know, if it's a live service, if you know what I mean. And I'm not saying that like no game can be taken off the marketplace ever, but if that's going to happen, we should be refunded, and the game should run, you know. Like rollback netcode is the standard, and there's constantly games coming out with no netcodes and stuff like that. But in terms of how this this whole movement like affects me personally, Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. This is a game that came out a few years ago. One of my dear friends that unfortunately passed away bought me Dragon Quest XI Echoes of an Elusive Age. But as you can see here, I actually do not have Dragon Quest XI Echoes of the Elusive Age. It's not on my Steam library. Why is that? Well, because they decided to re-release the Switch version on Steam and take down the old PC release. And this version of the game is littered with bugs and optimization issues. I can't even run this game. I have it on GOG because it was gifted to me, but my computer can't run it because this game's so poorly future-proof to run on future consoles. You have to do tons of shit in the background to get it to run. So not only can I not play this version of the game, I've lost the memento of my dear friend. And there's something to the fact that they gave it to me, you know. I'll never they saved up their money, they purchased something, and I have nothing to show for it, you know. Another game was a YuGiOh game where you sort of play card game battles from the anime and the episodes from it. Real YuGiOh heads will know what I'm talking about, but this is another big this is another thing that they gifted to me, and now they've passed away and I have nothing to show for it. It's honestly quite devastating to me personally. Now, the movement is currently having a big movement in Europe. I'm from Britain, so I can't actually sign this petition, but if you're from the EU, I encourage you to sign this petition and make sure that something's addressed about this. I'm not saying that I have all the answers or of the questions and stuff like that, but I believe that you give these companies an inch and it'll take a mile, you know. Horse Armor DLC was just an inch, but now everything's a live service game, and that's just it. And things are going to just be you buy a game and they can just take it down next week and keep all the money, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's no legality stopping you, or other than suing, which who has the money to sue? A developer, you know. They always have more money, you know. So this is what I'm saying. We need to sign Stop Killing Games. We need to support it. And that's my thoughts and feelings about the issue. Anyway, hope you guys all have a wonderful day. I hope this was easily digestible. You can understand what I'm trying to say. Check out Accursed Farms if you are more interested in the topic. And I'll catch you next time. Peace.